Ooh, what's up, everybody? We back in this thing, man. This is Let That Be Known, man. We got a lot to talk about, man, in the sports world, man. From the Shedeur Sanders to the NFL draft to the NBA playoffs, man. To everything that's going on, man. We gonna touch a little bit of it tonight, man. But here's my co-host.
Hey, what's going on, fam? This your boy John. Yo, make sure y'all grab yourself something to drink, man. Sit back, relax, and let that be known. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. It's been a lot going on, man. A lot going on. First getting into, man, we gotta touch it. Everybody sat there and as we watched the NFL draft, as people begin to tune in, wondering what the heck is going on. We watched one of the best quarterbacks in the country go all the way to the 5th round.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And this is so multi-layered. So this is multi-layered. This is so crazy too. His numbers, obviously, they speak for themselves. What he's been able to do in programs speak for itself. He goes to Jackson. Jackson was a losing football team. They go there, they turn around, they become the top team in the SWAC. Then they go transfer to Colorado. When they got to Colorado, the previous year, Colorado had only won one game. And every loss they had was by the margin of 29 points. Just to show you how bad they were. And they turned their program around in the process of 2 years. And made Colorado now is becoming an up-and-coming hotbed for new talent. So much so, the top receivers for Colorado all got drafted. Who was throwing them the freaking ball?
You can't make this up.
Who was throwing all the receivers that you draft? You went and drafted the receivers all out of Colorado. Granted, they were balling. But you didn't want to draft the guy who was delivering the ball. Now, we're going to touch several different things on this. Chris Carter came out and said that the NFL taught Shedeur Sanders a lesson. And I have to ask, what lesson was that you was trying to teach him? It's been a big campaign on trying to humble the Sanders family. Everybody wants to humble them. They don't like them. Oh, they too cocky. They too this. They too that. No, they're confident. And I must say this, nothing scares America more than a successful, confident black man. And the only thing that probably scared them more than that is a successful black father. I just gotta say it. I'm just gonna keep it real. I know it's gonna step on some toes. I just gotta say it. They are intimidated by Deion Sanders because he does what he says he's gonna do. He support his kids. He has gotten his kids to the level that they have desired in life. On top of that, His kids are confident in the way that they carry themselves and they produce. And it rubs people the wrong way. And people say, oh, well, he was talking too much. He was saying this. Then I remind you, Arch Manning did the same thing for his son. Arch Manning told teams not to draft his son. The San Diego Chargers at the time were going to draft Eli Manning. Arch Manning did everything within his power to make sure his son did not go to that organization. No one batted an eye. No one said, man, he need to be humble. And might I add, Shedeur Sanders was a much better player than Arch Manning. But no one said Arch Manning needed to be humble. People said, oh, he's looking out for his son. He wants the best for his son. He wants his son to be in a good organization. Somebody who's going to treat his son fairly. Somebody who ain't going to mess over his son. Nothing scares people more than an involved father. That's the first layer. The second layer, this whole process, man, blessed me as a whole, man. To watch that young man, that young kid, how he handled this whole process, it blessed me. For sure. As an older individual, watching this young kid, how poised, how confident he remained of who he was, how mature he acted. He never got out of character. He never stepped outside of his character. He never said anything derogatory. He repeatedly said, this is God's timing. It's going to happen in God's timing. And I watched that family band together, stick together, as half of America was rooting against this family. They just hate the family because they talk too much. They need to be humble. You watch teams take poor quarterbacks just for the sake of not taking it. Teams like New Orleans Saints, which their fans are pissed off right now because they need a quarterback. Derek Carr ain't it. Pittsburgh Steelers need a quarterback. The Browns needed a quarterback. You took 2 quarterbacks. And one of the guys, I'm just going to say it, the guy I don't think is an NFL quarterback. I'm just going to say it. But you're going into training camp, and you got dang near 4 or 5 quarterbacks on the roster. And I know this was done purposely because if you take him as a 5th round pick, it doesn't cost you much, or he doesn't have much say so in what goes on with his career early on. It doesn't cost you much to drop it. So this is your way of trying to keep him humble. You're trying to keep him humble. If I bring you in a nothing's guaranteed at a fifth round draft pick. So I'm gonna keep you humble. I want you to keep your head down and work. Now that's gonna work until he gets on the field and he starts balling. Once he starts balling, he's gonna turn up on you. Oh, okay. Yeah. For sure. Because the talent is undeniable. If you've seen the kid play, you know that the kid's talent is undeniable. He's been trained by one of the best, Tom Brady, as well as his personal quarterback coach. The talent is undeniable. His processing ability, his ability to process defenses, his ability to read defenses, his ability and his accuracy. He's not fast, but he is elusive. And his leadership. We watch this man get his head taken off week after week. And he gets up and he still led the team. I digress, man. So you, John. I just had to get that out.
You good?
That
You
was
good?
really good, man.
Shedeur Sanders, man. One of the top rated quarterbacks in this year's draft. Slips all the way to the 5th round.
144 pick.
144 pick to the Cleveland Browns, who took a quarterback which is not in the same atmosphere as Shedeur. You took him ahead of him. This is collusion at its highest. If you ever wonder if the NFL was involved in collusion, this is a grand display of it. And I won't say by most people, but people with sense, people that critical things, it makes no sense for a quarterback that going into the draft was a top 10 pick, even top 5 by some people, and to drop all the way to the 5th round, the 144th pick, it's asinine. And the quote unquote reason for it. Well, let me say this about Chris Carter. Was they teaching you a lesson when you had that crack pipe in your hand?
Oh, I knew he gonna go there.
Or when you was throwing that booger sugar? Was they teaching you a lesson then? Oh, you still went first round, right? You still went first round.
He did.
It wasn't no lesson taught then. And this kid,
he ain't never been in trouble.
Never been in trouble. Grades on point. Never was on academic probation, none of that stuff. And if he was, that can easily get out. You never heard anything of the sort. Good character. Father in his life, and actually is a strong influence in his life. He's gotten better every year he's played. Confident. And if you're going to play any sport, let alone quarterback, you're definitely going to have to be confident. And was Baker Mayfield taught a lesson, or did he go number 1?
Or Johnny Manziel.
Or Johnny Manziel.
Or Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston.
That's called stealing.
Mr. Crab Leg himself. But shout out to Jameis Winston. I rock with him, man.
I'm just an example. There's no shade to nobody. Like this is about Chris Carter.
But going into the draft. So none of this is there's no glaring holes as to why a top 10 projected pick fall all the way to the 5th round.
To the 5th round.
And all you have to say is because he's cocky.
We know what it is.
we know why.
This is the only way they can get to Deion Sanders. This is the only way that they can hit him.
They can stick it to him because they didn't do this to Eli Manning and Archie Manning. And when Deion said the same thing that Archie Manning said,
they didn't like it, and they wanted to teach Deion a lesson.
They want to teach Deion a lesson. And then shout out to Shedeur, man, to keep the same decorum throughout the process. And then not only that, you had a little jerk kid prank phone call him during this whole ordeal.
Hold on, let's get his name out there because he needs the publicity that
What
he's
is his
for.
name?
Let me look his name up.
Need to be slapped.
We're not gonna sweep that under the rug.
Let's see here.
Jax
Ulbrich.
Jax Ulbrich, the defensive coordinator's son.
Little jerk.
Got the number from his dad.
Out of his dad's laptop.
Out of his dad's information.
Mm-hmm.
They say his dad didn't know about it. I could probably say his dad probably didn't know about it. But the jerk ended up, and he's 21 years old. He knows better.
Yeah.
And from where I'm from, he should have been getting his tail kicked.
Facts.
And his chest beat in. Because that could have cost your dad his job.
Yeah, you can, lose a job, let alone you can be sued for that. That's his personal information.
And let me tell you how good of a kid this young man is, Shedeur Sanders. They asked him about it and asked him, why didn't you make a big fuss? This is what he said. We've all done stupid things.
And how old is Shedeur?
How old is Shedeur? Let's see.
23 years old.
23 years old.
Speaking with that type of wisdom.
That was his resolve when he was asked. And I'm pretty sure it hurt his feelings. I'm pretty sure it was embarrassing. Yeah. Because all his teammates and friends are there. And you get a call and everybody kind of like, just to find out it's a prank call. And his resolve or his grace towards the situation was, man, we all done stupid stuff.
And then it was so great to see how they kept each other lifted up during this whole ordeal.
Shout out to Shiloh, man. Shiloh was a real big brother.
Yes.
Keeping his brother's spirits up, man, when he know his brother should have been off the board.
Yep.
Saying stuff like, man, they doing you like this. I don't know what they gonna do to me. God, dog. But shout out to Shiloh, man. He signed a deal with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to all those Colorado boys, man. Deion, man, came in, man. He got them guys in there, man. Some defensive players got in there too, for sure. Of course, we know Travis went number 2. He went to Jacksonville. Cam went with him to Jacksonville as well. Shiloh, Tampa Bay. Wester went to Baltimore. Jimmy Horn Jr. went to Carolina.
With
I'm trying to get everybody. I'm trying to remember everybody.
Then the linebacker went to
Levante Bentley went to Cincinnati. So they had quite a few people, man. Shoot.
And on top of that, they had the most players drafted.
That is true. I seen
in
that.
The country.
I seen
but
that.
You don't hear no headlines about that.
Hey.
You hear no headlines about that.
Hey. We gonna say it here.
Now let that be known.
It's a bunch of tomfoolery.
I'm sorry, I cannot let this go. What is Chris Carter's problem?
I don't know why he came after this young man. Like, you talking about kicking somebody while they down?
What is his problem?
What possibly could he have learned other than I got food over?
All the draft experts has him in top 10.
And I normally don't agree with none of these guys, but shout out to Stephen A. Them. They've been riding for the kid.
Yeah.
Like, because it's just anybody with half a brain. And I don't know if Chris Carter smoked them brain cells all the way or what. But anybody
You
with
seen the back of his head?
half a brain understands that this kid was getting messed over. And it had nothing to do with his ability. It had nothing to do with his behavior. It had everything to do with Deion Sanders.
Facts.
It's because his last name is Sanders. And you want to stick it to his dad.
Facts.
Because you was unpleased with some of the stuff his dad said.
This kid threw for over 4,000 yards, 37 touchdowns, 10 picks, with a QBR 75.5
Had the highest QBR in the country.
and a 74% completion percentage.
Had the highest completion percentage in the country too.
So
and won the Golden Arm Award.
So how's that not first round? Please tell me how that's not first round. Boy, this is cahoots at the highest level here. And like, shout out to Stephen A. for saying this. He said this is collusion like Colin Kaepernick.
It is. Because they want the humble Colin Kaepernick.
Facts. And so this is very, very eerily similar to that.
Colin wasn't in the NFL because he couldn't play. He wasn't in the NFL because they wanted to humble him.
Mm-hmm. And when these good old boys get together and want to collude, that's what happens, even though it goes against their best interests.
And if you're an owner, man, or GM, and your team needed a quarterback and you didn't take this young man, shame on you, man.
Shame on you.
Shame on you. You part of the problem with your prejudiced self.
And what happened
for the New York Giants? For the New York Giants, man, for the Raiders, for the Pittsburgh Steelers, for the New Orleans Saints, even the Cleveland Browns that took him later. Shout out, man, all y'all, man, are part of the problem. And Shedeur Sanders, man, keep being you.
Prove them wrong. Prove them wrong.
You ain't got to prove them wrong. Just be yourself. Because you're a good quarterback. And you have the intangibles, man, to be a great quarterback. You fail because of the system. You didn't fall because of you. And I'm going ahead and say it. I'm going to say it. A lot of white people out here been hating on Deion Sanders and Shedeur Sanders. They can't stand them.
That's a fact.
And you have some of these tomfooleries out here too. Like Chris Carter. He trying to be a good old boy now. Because he just got his rear spanked not too long ago.
Yep. Boy, that guy there, man, something else.
And I couldn't believe he got in there and said that about that boy. How about they taught him a lesson? Of what?
If I was that, I would like, what lesson?
What lesson are you teaching him?
What lesson?
He didn't do nothing wrong. Yeah, like he got in trouble. Everybody in the NFL is cocky. Everybody. Anybody who's played competitive sports.
You have to be if you want to be good.
It's somewhat cocky. Even if you play ball in the hood. if you wanted to be good, you were somewhat cocky of how you carried yourself, how you talked. Because it shows a sign of your confidence in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Chris Carter, man, you.
Clown. Straight clown.
Man. But man, we're gonna move on, man. Shout out to Shedeur Sanders, man.
Shout
Go do
out,
your
man.
thing, man. All the Colorado boys. Shout out, man. Man, if you're black, man, be a Colorado fan. I'm just gonna keep it like that. Straight real.
Facts. That's a fact.
We seen why you need to be.
Yeah. We know where the real ones at.
You know. And shout out one more thing. Shout out for what Deion Sanders did for Jimmy Horn, man. Being a father figure for that young man.
Facts.
While his dad
They
is
don't talk about
incarcerated.
that. They do not talk about that.
Deion promised his father he would get him to the league, and he did just that.
Facts. They don't talk about that.
Now his daddy got something to come home to.
That's actually changing lives. Not going and winning games and championships and bowl games. He's changing lives, impacting lives. Not just using these players so I can win bowl games or a championship so I can keep my job and my millions.
I mean, Deion already paid.
No, I'm not saying that.
No, I'm saying, but a lot of coaches do. They coach just to do enough to. It's all about winning for them, and if you get yours as a kid, you do. If you don't, you don't.
Don't, right.
And Coach Prime is saying, if you do what I tell you, I'll help you get to where you need to be.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a pro player, if you do what I tell you, I'll help you go pro. But I will also tell you if you're not a pro player, and I'll help you come a career in somewhere else.
You can still play, but you know where this ends.
Like, I know a lot of y'all don't watch their videos, but like it's certain guys who are starting businesses, and he has gotten banks to come in and help fund their businesses. There's guys who want to be firemen.
Yeah.
A guy's now interning, so when he graduates,
he can be a fireman.
He'll be a fireman. Like he's doing those things for those kids. So when this is all over, they have a career. It ain't like, man, what I'm gonna do now? He telling them, man, 95% of y'all ain't going pro.
Yep.
Only 5% of this room going pro. And the 5%, you need to listen to me because I'm gonna get you there.
Yep. That's a fact.
So, man, he's doing a great job for those young men. He's teaching them how to be men.
Fact.
Some of those young men on that team, man, they had babies. And he went and set up trust funds for those kids, for their kids, through banks. Set up a trust fund. So that NIL money they getting is some of that's going to that trust fund for their child.
Fund. Straight like that.
So when college over, you're not wondering, man, what I'm gonna do for my kid.
Yeah.
He's doing that for those kids, for those young men. They're actually changing those young men's lives. They're actually training them up to be men.
Mm-hmm.
He tells them the truth. He's a straight shooter with them. It's a give and take relationship. He say, hey, if you play well for me, I'll make sure I do some things for you.
For you. You know. If you do what you're supposed to do. All right, man. Let's transition, man.
Let's move on, man. Let's get on, man. Let's see what's going on in the NBA, man.
And we gotta talk about the Cowboys draft picks, man. So I got some clips too, man.
Ooh.
So I got some clips of some of our picks, man, and kind of where they hold up there, man. We can touch on that real quick, and then we can go into our the NBA. But yeah, so our first round pick, man, Tyler Booker out of Alabama, man, guard, man, looks like he's gonna. I like him. I like him, but
When I heard him talk, I like him. I heard his mentality.
yes, sir. So I got that here. So we're gonna play some.
Get the clip with him and Micah.
Yeah. So
Okay, yeah.
So here we go. This is the first round pick, Tyler Booker out of Alabama. .6'4", almost 6'5", 321, 34.5-inch arms, 83.5-inch wingspan. Look at that dog right there.
Did he run like a 4.7, 4.8?
Yeah.
God, dog.
Look at that. Stout.
To be 330 and run a 4.8.
Look at that. And then he's versatile. He can play tackle as well.
But he got to fill that hole on Zach Martin.
Yeah, so he's gonna play guard. So
can you imagine Tyler Smith?
Look at him pulling.
Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe, and him. That interior gonna be stout. And shout out to Jerry and them, man, for rebuilding.
He's a leader,
line.
man. Shout out to him, man.
They trying to bring back the old Cowboys when we had the good lines and we could run the football.
Yes, sir. He'll bring that leadership to that, that line, man. That verbal leader, man.
Well, why don't we bring in Tyler Booker?
Yeah.
And you can talk to him. It is the new offensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys, the rookie who had so much energy out there. Tyler Booker from Alabama. Congratulations.
Don't mess with my name,
talk
man.
to your rookie.
Hey, Book, first of all, the one thing I said off rip, I said the energy you running up the joint, I said that's
like
the
that
type of rip we needed. That's the energy I need you to bring to the locker room. I ain't seen somebody that excited since me. I jumped in the commissioner's arms, dog. That's what's up, man. Welcome to America's team.
Yes,
I can't wait to see you and our other Tyler be as dominant as can be. Free range. Wait, man, your boy don't. Hey, take it easy on me in practice, man. You just need to be out there for Sundays. That's all I ask.
I mean, we got to get better at some point, so we'll figure it out.
Kid, I'm going to push you to the limits. Don't even worry about it. I'll get you right at Kid. Don't worry about it.
Let's do it.
All them veins come out there. You too excited, ain't it? Hey, I need somebody for Jalen Carter. Hey, you going to humble Jalen Carter?
Yeah. I'm just excited to get to work.
Hey, let's get it, bro.
Let's be a Cowboy.
Hey, we can't wait to see the locker room, dog. Hey, just come ready to work. Shadi, he putting together a great team, just about competing, just being dogs. We're going to welcome you with open arms because it started up front. We're going to make each other better every week, every day, so let's get it.
For sure, man. Excited to get to work, man. Appreciate you.
Tyler, I got a question for you. You had one of my favorite quotes of the entire draft process. You said, quote, "I make guys not love football anymore." What does it feel like to see the love of football leave someone's eyes?
It feels great, like football is a child's game. So like people wake up, be like, man, I can't wait to play this football game today. They listen to their hype music, they take all the pre-workout, they get so excited to play football until they come across Tyler Booker. And then when I'm going after you, quarter after quarter, play after play, series after series, and I start to see that love leave their eyes, like that's what makes me love the game. Like I just really love.
I like that. You just got me right. He got me ready to go. I ain't gonna lie. He got me ready to go.
Bro, I'm going to play right now.
Oh, God. Let's go. Yeah, he got me hyped. I ain't gonna lie.
All right.
Play after play, quarter after quarter.
Hey, man. Welcome to the team. Yeah. You got me ready to go there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shit. Renner, you got something for him? That might be a
So
walk-up.
you played mainly on the left side. You played a little bit of right guard freshman year. How comfortable you feel on the right guard? Because I think they're pretty set on the left side there with Tyler Smith.
as Coach Wolf would say, is sleepy. Like it's something you can do in your sleep, man. Like during my freshman year, I would do 2 drives at left guard and 2 drives at right guard. So shout out to Coach Saban and Coach Wolf for getting me ready for this moment to be able to play anywhere. And they always taught me the best ability is availability. So whether it's at left tackle, left guard, center, like I'm going to be willing and able to do that.
Man, Tyler Booker, you got us pumped up, man. From Alabama to the Dallas Cowboys. Heck of a ride, man.
Roll Tide.
Congratulations.
Oh, no, not Roll Tide. Ooh.
Have a good night.
That's a dog, man.
Oh man.
If they want to take his will from him, that's. But now we can get it. You got any thoughts before we go to the second pick?
Yeah. So this draft process, I think everybody was obviously looking for skill guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we got some in the running back position, but everybody was looking for that kind of number 2 receiver type of guy. And Dallas didn't really, attack that area, especially at 12, because there was a lot of guys still there at 12, and they went, with the offensive line. And credit to the Cowboys, they rarely miss. When they go for linemen, they rarely miss. When they draft the lineman, I always trust them. they rarely miss on offensive line. And so when I sat back and thought about it, I said, this is smart. This is probably the best way to get your team back on track, is to go back to what made you dumb. When you go back and look at the teams that were good, they were good because the offensive line was just so dominant. Yeah. And shout out to Jerry Jones. I would give him credit. Shout out to Jerry Jones for taking that approach, and to do something. And shout out to Emmitt Smith. He said Dallas haven't been doing anything to help Dak out. Mm-hmm. You had a poor offensive line. You had no running game. Like, help your quarterback out. You can't run the football. You can't block for him.
What is he supposed to do?
You want him to throw the ball 60 times a game, but you can't block for him. You can't keep him up. That's why he's been getting hurt. Getting hit too much. So, and then too, for some reason, I just believe in Shotty. The way he carried himself, like he's carrying himself like, I got this. Like,
yeah, like a confidence, like, yeah.
It's almost like a JJ Redick demeanor.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Almost borderline arrogant, but like, and he's been around football all his life, so don't get it twisted. Like, this ain't, but just his approach and how the guys are gravitating to him, like, and it was a smart hire inside. Guys already know him. Mm-hmm. So it's no brand new. I got to get to know my guys. He already know what the team faults are. He know what we don't have. He know what we suck at. Know what we good at. Versus hiring somebody outside. They coming in. They got to learn everything. They watching film. He already know because he been watching film all throughout the season. He know where we at. Man, we can't freaking block.
Know the personalities.
So,
Yeah, I'm starting to come around on Shotty as well, man. And something it may seem minor, but I took notice to it. Just even like the minicamp, like you had some of your big vets showed up for minicamp, a la Michael Parsons, and he never shows up for minicamp.
So I don't know exactly what was said, and then how Michael talks about him. Mm-hmm. Like, man, you're gonna love Shotty. So
he speaks highly of him.
He's breeding dogs. He wants to do this. He want to compete. And so to have your best players talk that way about the coach, says a lot about the confidence level you should have in him. Because for one, we all know that a coach is no good unless the players want to play for him.
That's a fact. You got to get them to buy in.
A coach can be a good coach. He can know X's and O's in this, but if he can't get the players to buy in and to want to play for him, and they're gonna have no success. And so if you can't get the players to believe in you and what you're preaching and what you're selling, and it starts with your leaders. It starts with the Dak Prescotts, CeeDee Lambs, Micah Parsons. It starts with those guys. It starts with all the big names. It starts with them. If they can't buy in, the rest of the team is like, man, to heck with it. Like, the big fish ain't here.
That's a fact.
Oh man, we're gonna see, man.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We got a couple more months, and we're gonna see what's going on, man. So second round, man, Cowboys, they selected Donovan Ezraku. I'm pretty sure that's not how you pronounce that.
That was a shocker.
That was a shocker, man. Out of Boston College, 6'2.5", 248 edge rusher, man.
But his upside is high.
Yeah. So I'm thinking he's going to be D-Law's replacement if he pans out how we thinking he's going to pan out.
Well, it's just the old school because they're trying to make the defensive line as deep as possible.
Facts.
And so, like, you have Micah, you have this young kid you drafted in the second round, you still got Nealon, you got Sam Williams coming back, so you're just trying to make it as deep as possible.
Yeah, you got Osa. You just re-signed Osa, so yeah.
You got Fowler back, so like it's gonna be deep. It's gonna be really deep.
Hey, you gotta come on with it, or you gonna be over on that sideline.
You got a good 6-7 rushers that you can just put in there. Like it's gonna be deep. So this is all by design because you want constant pressure. That hey, if Micah Parsons out the game, I got two guys I can sit in there to go get you.
Facts.
You know.
But here's his tape. 6'2.5", 248.
He built like a linebacker.
Whew. I like his motor, man.
I call him a mini Micah Parsons.
I like his motor, man.
Now he ain't as fast as Micah.
He's not as
but he is got the same quickness and twitch.
That bend.
See his ability to come off the ball, explosiveness.
See that bend coming around that corner. See, you can't.
This was a shocker pick, but man, his upside is high.
Yeah, he plays fast,
and he looked like he's relentless.
The Ghost, it's a move that not everybody can do, but I'm blessed enough to have that ability, the ankle mobility, hip mobility, and the bend to do that. It's just a change up. I wouldn't say it's my go-to move, but when you're going against a taller, bigger tackle that struggles a bend, it's a move that can work in our favor.
That's that Von Miller.
Length and speed to power. Those two moves kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah, they do. It's a move that you got to set up for sure. And then when I flash a long arm at a guy, it'll make him want to sit down. So they go hand in hand for sure. Doing that before me, DeMarcus Ware, Von Miller, Micah Parsons is probably a half inch taller than me. It's a lot of guys doing it at a high level. So I don't think that's a problem at all.
And your agent is who?
What'd you say?
Who is your agent?
This guy right here, Andre Odom with Athletes First.
Oh, okay. Don't have to go far to talk.
You ain't seen me sitting there.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Problem.
Best of luck.
Couple quick questions. How would you feel about playing in a 3-4 versus a 4-3 at the NFL level? Any preference?
I don't have a preference at all because I did both in college. Coach Haplin, his defense is a 4-3 base, 4-2-5 nickel, and then Coach Tim Lewis, who came in, his defense was a 3-4 multiple scheme. So I played in both, so I'm very comfortable with both philosophies and both schemes.
Perfect. And then one more question: what would you say is your main pass rush move you've been working on leading up to the draft?
I've been working on. I've been trying to sharpen all my tools. It hasn't been one in particular, but I would say if I want to be specific, a lot more speed to power, a lot more long arm stab, stuff like that. So,
all right, awesome, man. Great practice.
like his technique, and I like his technique talk. I like he knows what he's doing. And what it takes. He has a method to his madness. It ain't just I'm gonna line up here and I'm just gonna try to beat you off the ball. He understands, like, man, I need to set this guy up. Man, he's this type of blocker, so I need to do this.
Yeah.
And it is true. Only certain guys can do that bend.
Yeah, that bend come around the corner like that, man.
You know, that Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware type of guys that were just specially athletic, who can just get almost this close off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And it was dang near impossible to touch them. And they coming off the edge there so fast.
And keep their speed while doing so.
And he has that ability. That's why when I seen him, I said, oh man, his upside is extremely high.
Yeah.
And then the greatest thing about it, he gets to transition and play the same scheme he was playing in the NFL. So he's not coming to a 3-4 scheme. It'll be basically a 4-3 nickel type of scheme.
Or the 4-2-5, as he said. But yeah, man, we can get it. Third round, they went for a corner, a big corner. Siobhan Revel out of East Carolina.
That was shocker too.
That was a shocker too. So man, they going for the big corners, man. I ain't mad at it.
Right.
I am not mad at it, man.
And I like his play on the ball, his ball skills, man.
Ball skills, yes, sir.
He attacks the ball when it's in the air. He ain't just sitting there. He is locating. Dallas is going to have a really good set of corners, man. With Bland, Diggs, this young cat here, the cat that got hurt. What's the cat that got hurt last year?
He
was playing good till he got hurt.
What's his name? I know who you're talking about too. What's his name?
I can't think of his name. Let me see.
Andrew Booth.
No, not not
Was
Booth.
it Andrew Booth?
No.
Josh Butler.
He was good, but it's another one. Josh Butler was good. He's another guy that's going to be good too. That gives us depth. Let's see, what is his name? Kalen Carson.
Oh, the slot guy. Yeah. So, I had the injury. Yeah.
He got injured. He was playing really, really good.
Yeah.
Until he got hurt. But Butler, Carson, Bland, Diggs, and then now you just drafted this guy. Like, you're gonna have a really good room, and especially if you go pick up a veteran like Stephon Gilmore, and I heard Amari Cooper's been the name in the mix. So
come on back home, Amari. Come on back home.
So hopefully all this thing come together, and you have
a
kind of complete team here. Now you have a legit number 2 guy alongside CeeDee Lamb.
Boy, them two. Oof.
With the Ferguson, and then you got Turpin. Is still there. And then you got I like what's the other receiver? What's the boy name? He was playing pretty good last year.
Pretty good.
Number one, Jalen Tolbert.
Yeah,
he's a good number 3 receiver, number 4 receiver.
Yeah, he started to come into his own a little bit there. Started
trying
to figure it out.
You do that with the rebuild line, and then the running backs you went and got. You cooking with something, man.
You cooking with something.
You cooking with something, man. You giving the coach something to work with.
Yes, sir, for sure. But yes, I have the clips.
We finally got a Samoan too on the line.
Oh, I got this clip. Too, and I love it.
I said, give us one of those big Samoans up the middle, man.
You know they strong.
Man, they clog up everything.
Good night.
Shout out to Via.
All right, here goes your Rebel highlights, man. That way y'all can kind of just get a idea of what he brings, man.
And keep the crowd loud. Stone again. Receiver was out up.
Boy, he tall.
It was like the same place that the ball was kept and the pass is complete. Some got to it. Second down. Pass complete. Fine. Remember, the Monarchs will get the ball to start the second half, too. Trying to go deep. Trying to come back. They got called interception.
That position, and his eyes are back, which they are. Then they're
Really
they're
turn
both
back towards the
hand-fighting
ball,
for it.
man.
Yep.
And that's just
Way to be in good position.
It was underthrown, no question. It was underthrown to Vines.
To establish a third running option as Roberts again on the handoff gets tackled over from behind at the 42-yard line. That ball popped loose. There's nothing saying that the ball was down by contact. ECU's going to run it back.
Here, he gets hit there. He's still trying to.
You're going to say that Roberts' knee wasn't down before the ball got stripped out. There's been no indication yet that the officials.
Vines in motion. Handoff looked like it would be.
CU.
He's a willing tackler.
Trying to get ready for the fake. Back to pass. Swung down at the 40. Really, really well so far in this game. Maintaining a 23-0 lead over Gardner-Webb at home.
Way back as they go to a flea flicker here, and this pass is intercepted. Picked off by the Pirates. Savone Revel Jr. He's going to take it to the house.
And takes it to the house. Right there, he looks open. The ball's thrown behind. A touch to Stroman. But Revel breaks on it, makes the interception, and takes it to the house.
I wouldn't be surprised they make him a safety.
Handoff, though, goes to Castle.
Like I say, he's a willing tackler.
With the 25, McCarthy clean in the pocket, firing end zone, and it's incomplete. Beautiful play in the pass game. McCarthy had Bredesen on the little corner route here. Really didn't throw a bat.
With that length and ball skills.
Underneath the screen. East Carolina read it like a book.
3rd and 4. Play fake from Stone. Taking a shot up the sideline. And it's incomplete.
Play action. Brack. Hit as he throws. Double coverage.
Got to get some pressure here.
They drop 8. Francis pump faking. Looping. It's intercepted.
Quarterback. And he is wrapped up and dropped. Or perhaps if JT Daniels has told the coaching staff.
Stone's going to take a shot. Good coverage downfield. Incomplete.
Yeah. Another long receiver, man. 6'2".
I wouldn't be surprised they make him a replacement for Hooker whenever Hooker leaves. I wouldn't be surprised he slides back there to that free safety spot.
Free safety, yeah, 6'2", 4'4", 40. Yeah, man, I can see that for sure, man. Yeah, man. Then and I like this pick, man. This running back from out of Texas, Jaden Blue. He gives me.
They said Tony
Alvin Kamara.
They said Tony Pollard with speed. That's what they said.
Oh man!
But no, he gives me more of a Alvin Kamara.
That's what he gives me
because he can line up a receiver. You know, he's like a Swiss Army kind of back.
Right.
And he can get ghost.
Hey, that's 4.2. That's 4.2
speed. Track speed, man. He ran track.
So you know that 4.21 speed, man.
I think Deuce Vaughn gonna be gone.
Yeah, man.
I think Dallas went out and got a power back too.
They did.
They try to hit speed and power.
Speed and power. What they call it, thunder and lightning.
Lightning.
So yeah, I think
they got them a bull out of Maryland.
And that's a big one. I think he like 6'2", 6'1", 6'2".
Boy, he ramming people. Boy. He hitting people. Boy. I said, ooh wee.
Sheesh. Oh, Jaden Blue, he out of H-Town, man. Out there, down where you at, man.
Shout out, man. Shout out.
Yeah, man. Let's see something on him, man. I like him, man. What he brings, man.
You got another potential great. CD Lamb went to high school down here too.
Yeah.
unfortunately, Jalen Hurts.
You said who?
I said, and unfortunately, Jalen Hurts did too. Joe gone.
He got even the running style is kind of similar to Alvin Kamara.
This is a good pick.
Faster than
he might be the fastest running back in the league.
Yeah, he might be.
And throw too. They're gonna have him interpret on their return team. What? You know you're fast when you can look back. If you can hit the hole and just get out of there. I think Shotty got a plan.
Yeah, I think he got a plan.
His helmet though, boy. Hey, that's got to be a blessing. You grew up in Houston, went to school in Austin, and then you get to go to Dallas and play. That man never left Texas. Can you imagine him on screenplays?
Got them big guards pulling. Big Tyler Smith pulling out.
Big Cooper VP going around there. They come out of this. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Don't. Why we couldn't do this, bro?
He kills.
I like how when he makes his cuts, he don't use a lot of energy when he makes his cut. It's real smooth, real fluid.
He's gonna be a weapon. His ability to catch, his ability to run them zone reads, them zones, and his run out the catch.
You get him in the open field.
You just want to get him the ball. They like one of them CeeDee Lamb type of players. Like we just need to find a way to get you the ball.
Facts.
As well as like Turpin, like we just need to find a way to get you the ball. Like if we can get you in space, like you can make something happen.
Yeah, you get, man. Yeah, at 4.21 speed, man, you get that into some space. Good luck.
Can you imagine him interpreting the slot? He ran a 4.2. Turpin ran a 4.3.
That's a lot of speed right there, boy. That's a lot of speed right there. And what's that? The 4th round, man. 5th round. They drafted Shamar James, linebacker out of Florida. I'm not sure how I feel about this one, man. To be honest,
this was a swing. This was almost a Hail Mary for me.
Yeah, it's for what I'm seeing, man. Nothing really jumps out for me, man. I mean, I know it's the 5th round, man. So I'm not, expecting huge things out of him, but yeah, I'm not really too sold on him, man. To be honest, man. Yeah. Are you, or you just think he just kind of be a special teams kind of guy, or just?
I'm just thinking special teams. When I seen them pick him up, I was like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I was thinking as well. And then 6th round, man, they got a Johnny Cornelius out of Oregon, tackle.
Mm-hmm.
He seemed pretty good. I guess he may be when he played right. He played right tackle. So I'm not sure how many years left. What's the name has on his deal?
Steele.
Steele. So I don't know if that's Steele's replacement there, but Steele got to come on with it, man. Cause this inside, but it look like we got some dogs on this interior, man. For sure. Now, Joy Toya, this is the one that I want to see, man. This big hog from UCLA, man.
UCLA. I remember last year they played Colorado. He was coming up through there. I was like, ooh,
wreaking havoc. So, here go his package, man. How long we've been asking for like a huge guy like this? We've been asking for years.
A traditional DT. A one tech.
Unstopper.
Hey, you can get here and just clog some stuff up.
Just stand up. But here's this package, man.
Ruby Jackson Stratton up next. A little bit
just clogged it up. Wasn't nowhere to go.
And Johnson is bottled up.
Especially in the run game when they needed it most last week.
Now this is versus LSU.
Mm-hmm.
This is the SEC team. Look at this.
Not much good. See if they bring some pressure.
They got them playing 3 technique.
Only 4.
Yeah.
Ball batted out of. Knocked to the ground to the 35.
And now pressure up the middle.
Football can move a little bit.
Makes some magic. And he gets brought down.
It's committed to LSU. They could have a good little run of QBs, which I think really helps out.
Chance for 2 more plays potentially. Sullivan setting to throw, makes a move, and ahead to the 50. Basically made out to say that Oklahoma didn't try to keep him.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying, man. And we just have it.
First down 10, Woody Marks.
Had 3 sacks then, so they take over after the strip sack. And Nussmeier comes back as they set it up on the inside.
Make a play.
See if this is Stratton's first pass of the night. It is. It's a quick one to Gill. And it's 3rd down and long coming. Those guys are trying to come up with a red zone stop on the other side of it against the Ducks offense.
Log it up.
Is swallowed.
They allow the linebackers to do work.
Yes, sir. 6'2", 342.
You want to keep the linebackers clean as possible so they can get in there and do work. You don't want the linebacker sitting there tussling with the offensive lineman.
No, they need to go head down here. Sheesh. And then this is the other running back we were speaking about, man. The Thunder. Phil, is it Mayfair or Mayfair?
Mayfair, I think. I'm gonna call him Mufasa if he hooping. They say his ceiling might be like Marion Barber.
You think he's that physical?
Running still in motion, handed to Moffa. Bends it back to the left side, and here goes Phil Moffa. 40, 50.
He don't even want to catch
it to the house. 20, 10, 5.
Keep going, y'all.
You don't want to hit that.
How about
now you get the moving.
You got a little speed on when you wind up. You get unwound.
If you're going to take body shots that are going to be above the waist.
41 up.
83-yard run for Moffa.
And they have Phil Moffa back on the field. He takes the handoff.
They don't want to hit him.
Take it to the house.
I want to hit that big boy.
They don't want to hit him.
You see his thighs?
Touchdown, 38 yards.
They don't want to hit him.
The big tight end to bring it in.
Moffa into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Push forward, get to the
2 quick scores, and the Tigers take the lead.
Did not take long, Dave. After the takeaway, and the power of Moffa to get into the end zone. On the edge, Tristan Lee gives just enough, and
instead it's Moffa behind the blocking
not
of
wanna
the
hit this
defensive
boy.
lineman Peter Woods, and into the end zone for the touchdown. 3
That's a
scores
lot of
in
weight,
8
man.
minutes for the Tigers.
the lead blocking by the defensive line. Peter Woods going to get a kick out. Capehart going to block down. And Phil Moffa with a massive hole to roll into the end zone.
Now, what's his weight? What's his weight?
His weight is, I know he got to be at least 220. He got to be at least 220, man. Let me see. So Phil Moffa is 6'1", 234.
Jeez. That man almost 240.
But he's 6'1". But sheesh, that is ooh. 6'1", 234. Ran a 4.5.
Pure power.
Good grief, boy. Well, they were making business decisions there, boy.
Then when he hit that hole, that linebacker said, man, they didn't want none of that, boy.
Mm-mm.
He's like one of those ones, like, you need to hit him before he get going. Like Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't hit Derrick Henry before he gets to going,
good luck. Good luck. And then Dallas, 7th round, they got another D tackle, Tommy Akinbisote.
Shoot, your guess is good as mine.
Yeah, man. I haven't heard too much about him, man, but we'll see if we're gonna come in and compete. We're gonna see. But I will say Bob Mozzie Smith, get him up out of here from Maryland.
Transitioned into the fullback position during the preseason.
Okay.
Maccabee stumbles, falls.
Look, one of them hybrid.
About him to make sure his players stay locked in on the task at hand.
Mertz to pass.
Yeah, real 6.
With the sack.
He's working
How
on the
tall is
interior,
he?
and as he does, he
6'4".
gets some initial push on the
6'4".
inside, and that presses that inside hand directly into the shoulder of the guard.
Remind me of David Irving.
Once he gets that kind of push on the pocket, able to get off the block, get in the face of Graham Mertz for the sack.
Scrimmage. The other good news for Penn State with this kind of a lead is that they can go a little deeper into their depth chart in their offensive front because they've been banged up too. A lot of game time decisions as we touched on. And they're
Play clock down under 5. Jones going right up the gut. Dragged down. Tommy Akinbesote with a big play.
Noah Kim's giving them some great opportunities. Get a touchdown before the break. Instead, here comes Jonathan Kim. And that is not pretty there for Michigan State as that ball is tipped. And now he's going to dive on it. You hear the crowd, but that is not going to be a touchdown.
Yeah, it looked like the operation was clean. Ball came out a little bit low. Protection, Ethan Boyd driven.
We're running out of possessions in this game, chasing 18 points. Going for it on a 4th and 6. And this drive ends with a sack. Tommy Akinbesote.
But the whole thing comes down. First, it's protection. He's had enough. And just nowhere to go with the ball.
You can play
the reason
anywhere.
they can't get there is because of the coverage. Take a look at it. They're going high over the top.
Especially if you want to
and
stop
they're
the
taking
run.
everything away. Look, you got nothing down here. You got nothing to the top.
Run package.
Everything there is.
You put him at the defensive
Covered.
end, you be real
Getting
big.
some experience this year. Oh, here's a running play. Oh, and Tommy Akinbesote.
Man, drove him all the way back. But he's a wild card, man. If he can translate that, his ability to play anywhere on the defensive line, I can see what Dallas is doing, man, defensively, man. They getting guys, man. We just seen the UCLA defensive lineman. They had him at 1, they had him at 3 tech. So you got guys you can move. You know, man, you cooking with something, man. And I heard word that DeMarvin Overshawn could be back a lot sooner.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They say
They were saying
ready for camp.
They were saying mid-season, but they were saying Jerry Jones saying the way it's looking, he could be ready for the start of the season. And if that's true,
boy, especially you got that big clog in the middle.
It's gonna be some smoke.
And you got Parsons on one end, and then you got the other kid on the other end.
It's gonna be some smoke, man. You got Fowler, you got all those guys coming, man. Sam Williams, Nealon. They building it up, man.
They building it up.
If they ain't getting no to receiver, man. We'll be all right.
Come on, Amari. Come home.
We'll be all right.
You got the chemistry with that. Come on, man. Come on back. I know no state tax has been kicking y'all in. Ain't no state tax here.
Yeah, he been in New York, boy. Ooh. New York and LA, boy. No state taxes, boy.
So come on back to Texas, man.
Ain't no joke.
We ain't got snow like that. Come on back, man. We need you.
It'll be fun, boy.
We need you, boy. If you come on back, boy. Man, say.
You know, Dallas is putting the emphasis on running the ball. That's been really big coming out of Shoddy interviews, and also the offensive coordinator coming out of his interviews. It's been really big on him saying his desire to be able to run the ball, to zone scheme run. So we know what Dallas is doing. They getting the personnel so they can run the ball.
Run the ball, yeah.
If you want to take pressure off your quarterback, your receiver, you got to be able to run the ball, man. Good teams, they can run. Philly, they can run the ball, man. You seen what Saquon Barkley was doing. They can run the ball. All these teams, man, they can run the ball, man. And you don't have to be a beast at running the ball, but you need the ability to be able to run the ball. It needs to be respectable.
You have to be effective, man, for sure.
You know, so.
No, for sure, man. Now, what's going on with these playoffs, bro?
So, man, we all know, man. Memphis, you know, they got took out, man. They took them out quick, man. And then Miami the other night, man, they lost by 55.
But they was already in Cancun, boy.
There was some comments made by Darius Garland. They asked Darius Garland what's been the game plan for their success. And this is what Darius Garland said out of his own mouth. Our game plan is to attack whoever Tyler Hero is guarding. We're attacking the weakest link.
Sheesh.
This came off the cuffs of what Tyler Hero said, though, about Darius Garland. Basically saying that Darius Garland ain't like that. So Darius Garland rebuttal was, well, our game plan is to attack Tyler Hero.
Mm-hmm.
He their weakest link.
And that's what happened. They went at him, and
I mean,
ugly.
we all knew what was gonna happen. Well, we didn't think it was gonna be this bad. Not 55.
Yeah, that's sheesh.
You dang near lost by 60 points.
Y'all might as well didn't even y'all didn't show up. Y'all should just stay home.
I didn't even think the score was real. I had checked the score one time. It was like 83-33.
Bro, it was over at halftime.
I was like, what in the world? Is this a typo? 83-33. Jeez. Now the Lakers. The Lakers series is all but over. Minnesota leads that series 3-1. I was here on this platform letting America know that Lakers will have problems because of the size of Minnesota. Minnesota, if they smart, they're going to impose their will on the offensive glass and also just on the sheer just playing inside. There's no rim protection. There's nothing in there. And so everybody's complaining about the Lakers defense. You don't have defense if you don't have rim protection. Or if you can't rebound the ball after a miss. This is what I was saying, that this was going to be the Lakers' Achilles heel. Like, this is probably the worst matchup the Lakers probably could have had because Minnesota has so much size in Rudy and Julius and Nas Reed. They have so much size they can throw at you versus the Lakers that don't have one true center. And so everybody was saying, oh, Lakers in 5. I was like, man, I don't see it. I mean, my heart is with them because I'm a Luka fan. My heart is there, but my basketball mind is saying this ain't gonna end well. Like this ain't adding up. Lakers in 5 ain't adding up. It ain't fair. This basketball wise, it's just not there, man.
Ain't fair.
What you think, man? What you think about that series?
Man, I know started at the beginning, man. I did have LA because I am a Luka fan and I've seen what he's done with less, but matchups are matchups. Size is size. And when you don't have any remote size, it's, especially if it's if the other side is effective with their size, this is what you get. Now I do think they may give one more game when they go back to LA, but outside of that, it's still gonna be 6. So it'll be over in 6 when they go back to Minnesota.
It's 3-1. The likelihood coming back from there.
So yeah, And so, you have LeBron, a 40-year-old LeBron playing the 5.
For a whole second half.
And it just baffled me how JJ Redick he played his whole starting 5 the whole second half.
They ain't got nothing.
I mean, but you have to kind of if you're gonna try to something like you gotta spare him a
he got desperate, and he's a young coach. And
Yeah.
I said this too. I told John this. I said we could be surprised if JJ Redick, inexperience comes in. And I think that he got
it showed
desperate. I think he panicked.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at a 3-1, and so you're playing in a 2-1 game, and you're thinking like, we can't afford to go 3-1. And so he just panicked and just said, I'm gonna leave out there guys that, I'm gonna leave them out there. And they obviously they got exhausted.
Yeah.
But also you just wasn't going to win this series. Could they have played better? Yeah. But they just wasn't going to win the series just by sure. You just don't have what it takes to win.
Yeah.
Like you just don't. And this is what I was calling out from the beginning of the playoffs. Like they just don't. Like that's why I didn't pick the Lakers to win this series, because I was like, they just don't have what it takes. Now if they got a center that's gonna walk up in there, if they wouldn't have picked up a center, then I would have probably picked the Lakers.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this is all but a wrap, man. Yeah, it's all but a wrap for that one, man. But next on the docket, man.
What was the Pacers?
Pacers, they closed out the series against Milwaukee tonight in overtime. They actually came back.
They did. I thought that was over. I thought the game was over with.
And Stolen and Halliburton sealed the deal in overtime with a layup to the rim against Giannis. And then Giannis wanted to fight Halliburton dad afterwards. But yeah, man, it was just too much for the Milwaukee to overcome, especially with Dame's injury, his Achilles. So he's pretty much his next year is in jeopardy as well. Wish him well and speedy recovery with that. Yeah, just too much to overcome. It's a lot to overcome that along with your coach, because your coach is not going to give you anything.
I told you that. I said, John. I said you gonna trust Glenn.
I told y'all I don't trust Glenn. I told you that. I told you I didn't trust Glenn. I never trust Glenn. No, never that. But yeah, it's just a lot to overcome, man. Now I do have a question. Do you think Giannis wants out at this point?
I think once he settles down, I think he's gonna be definitely thinking about getting out. Now, I don't know if he's gonna ask for a trade, because I'm not sure how many years he has.
I think he said at least 2 or 3 years on this deal.
So I'm not sure if he's gonna ask for a trade, but I'm pretty sure that with Dame out, like he wants to compete for championships, and without another star, you're just not gonna be able to compete. And so, I'm pretty sure that he's gonna probably be looking to get out.
Yeah, so I think the only thing is, it's gonna have to be about trade, because he said, like I said, he got a couple more years on his deal. You 30 plus now. You'd be wasting your prime years, and Milwaukee look like they don't know what direction they're going in, man. Can't fire your coach again, because you already paying 2 other coaches that ain't even here.
Man, you ain't got no coach now. I kept telling people, Doc Rivers, he don't make adjustments at all. Like some coaches make in-game adjustments, some coaches make game-to-game adjustments. Doc Rivers, he makes a game plan, and he's just gonna ride that game plan all the way out until the wheels fall off.
Regardless.
Like Rick Carlisle is one of my favorite coaches. Like his in-game decisions are always good. Now, game to game, he don't really do the best, but in the heat of the moment, he makes good calls. So if you're in a close game with Rick Carlisle, it's probably going to be really good for you because he's going to make good calls. He's going to make good out of timeout calls. His out of timeout plays are second to none. Somebody going to get a good shot.
That's a fact. And his calls out of timeout, his plays out of timeout, I've yet to see a coach do it better.
It's second to none. And I'm saying this from when he coached with the Mavericks. Somebody always got a good shot.
Yeah.
And then his strategy of what he decides to do, of how they guard Giannis in game, they change. They move Siakam off of Giannis, and they put Miles Turner on Giannis.
Yeah.
And help shade it from the weak side. Like, that's good in-game adjustment. That's coaching. That's what you call coaching.
That's a fact. OKC made quick work of Memphis, man.
That was.
And your boy Ja, he was hurt the last 2 games of that series, man. And they seen him in the stands. They put the camera on him. And I guess he thought there was only one camera in the building. And so he decided to do this. And all they did was said,
switch, camera 7.
So I don't know what he was thinking in that regard.
Bro, it's too many cameras in there.
It's too many cameras, man. There's more cameras than you. It's cameras you don't even know where they are. And he made an interesting comment. I think it was during that exit interview. He said that it's too bad he got hurt because they had figured OKC out.
Y'all were hooping the game you got hurt. I would give y'all that. Y'all were hooping. Y'all was up like almost dang near 30. Y'all were hooping. But to say that y'all was going to win this series is crazy.
He said he figured them out. That's what he said.
Man, y'all shouldn't even been in the playoffs, man. They should just let OKC just go to the next round. Don't even play.
Let me ask you this. With these blowouts that's happening in this first round from these play-in teams, do you think they need to go back to the old format, 8 and get in?
Probably, yeah, but you're still going to have those issues because the AC is going to be weak too. Like, if you had kept the same regular ACs, like if Memphis was there, because Memphis was already a 7 seed or 8 seed. Memphis, and then the other team was...
But that would have been an interesting series. Memphis versus Houston.
Houston was going to whoop them.
That would have been interesting.
But you're going to have those problems. The only way to really fix those problems is with the solution that I have been stating for so long.
Just top 16.
Take the best 16 teams in the league, regardless of conference. You're going to have a good series every time.
Yeah, that definitely cut out all these getting in there with losing records. Just get dusted. You're going home.
Best 16 teams.
That's a fact.
And if you really want to get creative and you really want it to be live, take the best 16 teams and let the teams play in the bracket no matter where you fall. So if you play an Eastern Conference team, that's who you playing.
Oh, yeah. She should have had a better record.
And let's play a bracket like that.
Yeah, just straight to top 16.
Top 16 teams. And you on wherever side you fall on, that's where you fall on the side of the bracket. And whoever you lined up with, whether it's an Eastern Conference or Western Conference team, that's who you're playing. Based on your record. you will have some really good games.
That's facts. Now, Celtics closed it out against the Magic in 5 tonight. I thought Magic would have put up a little bit more of a fight than they did. I didn't pick them to win the series, but
they fought, but they don't have the sure talent. Outside of really Moncaro. They don't have the guys, the talent. Now they were scrappy. They made a lot of games out of those games. It wasn't a lot of blowouts. In those games, they fought hard, but they don't have the talent.
Yeah.
Outside of Moncaro, of guys who just like that.
Yeah.
Now they can go get another guy to pair with him. Like they can go get a Trae Young.
Yeah, he can make some things happen then.
Then now you're talking about a 1-2 punch. A guy who's gonna bring something consistently every night. Trae Young is almost dang near a walking double-double.
Yeah. With nobody.
He's not playing with another star.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. And then on tonight, man, Nuggets took care of business against the Clippers, 131-115.
I seen that. When I seen the way James Harden playing, I see that.
Do you still think it's gonna go 7, or you think it's gonna be 6 is over? They smell blood.
It ain't going past 6. The Nuggets seem like they don't figure it out. They don't find out how to guard that pick and roll with James Harden and Zubac, because that was what really hurt.
Yeah. Zubac
was that pick and roll with Zubac and James Harden, and they was getting those switch ups and stuff like that.
Now they start sitting on it.
Now they sitting on the weak side of that. They found out how to guard it, and so like that took away a lot of offense from Clippers. Zubac still had 27. He still got down, but you limit James Harden, because James Harden only had 11.
Yeah,
and he only had 5 assists.
So
you can live with that.
You'll live with that.
11 points, 5 assists.
Anytime, any game, you'll live with that.
We did our job. And Kawhi only got 20.
Yeah,
we did our job,
and it showed. It showed for sure. Man, them Pistons.
Zubac is y'all leading scorer. Like, we'll live with that.
We'll live with that. Yeah, that's what you want. If I could shut the valve off for these other guys, for my main guys, my top 2 guys, yeah, I live with this.
Like Jamal Murray had 43 of them things.
Man, it's something about the playoffs, man. About big moments, man. He
just steps up. Like,
he steps up, man.
He hit and miss in the regular season, but when he get to the playoffs,
he just one of them players, man. It just
Jokic had a triple-double.
Yeah.
He had 13 points, 12 rebounds. 10 rebounds, 12 assists.
That's what kills you. The rebounds and assists.
Aaron Gordon gave you 23 of them things. And your boy Westbrook gave you 21.
Shout out to Westbrook, man. I mean, he hooping, man.
Michael Porter had 14. It was a poor man 14, but he gave you 3.
Yeah,
he been in jail.
He in jail. So any production they can get out of him from being in jail, you got to take it, man.
This just ain't his series, cuz.
It ain't. No, you got somebody like Kawhi, and you get what you can get. You move on.
He been in jail. He been trying to force him up, but like, bro, you got to relax.
You don't want to guard nobody else?
Like, man, yeah. Coach, put me in at the 2. Nah, man, we need you. We need you at the 3.
3. You know you're on dribble.
I need to be at the 2. He trying to get off of. Coach, I think we need to go big. Put me at the 2.
Boy, you know you can't dribble.
Can't dribble a lick. Like, man, no, we can't really have you at the 2, man, because they press.
They press. You done.
Like, we don't need you at the 3.
3.
He's like, oh my God.
But you're not hearing me, Coach. You're not listening. You're not listening.
If you want me to do my thing, I need to be at the 2.
Oh man. But yeah, moving on, man. Pistons, man, they still fighting, man. They won tonight, man. 106, 103.
They not going out like that.
They not going out like no suckers. They got
said-
treated they got cheated the game before with the missed call.
It was a missed call, but the way the ref was reffing that game, man, he was letting a lot of stuff go. So
yeah, but
that's just how they was calling it. The ref was really letting them play. But it was a foul. Don't get me wrong, it was a foul. Tim Hardaway was hit. But with the way that the ref was playing, and I kind of understand the ref, like you don't want to decide the game.
But he still decided the game.
But you know, it's just a hard place to be as a ref. Like it's dang if you do, dang if you don't. Like had he made the call, it would have been some smoke. You know. So
I mean, sometimes you have to make them calls, man. Especially if it's like something like that, man. It's this the playoffs. It's not like it's a regular season game. This is the playoffs where every game counts. But shout out to him, man. Bickerstaff, man, he got them boys battling, man.
Playing hard, man.
He said, if y'all gonna beat us, y'all gonna have to beat us.
Playing hard, man. Calling
sure.
for Towns and trying to bring the heat, man. He trying to.
Yeah, he trying to, man. Now, one series that kind of got me interested, and it's just for the scrappiness of it, is Golden State and Houston.
That series is funny. That's a funny series. It's a fight waiting to happen.
It's like you don't know when something gonna jump off. You don't know.
They try their best not to fight. It's been towels thrown. It's been guys. Draymond had a guy up in a collar. The thing like, why would it still on you so bad? Like they've been trying everything in their power not to turn this arena out. Like they don't want to fight.
Man, it's been brewing game after game. It's getting more and more tense.
Jimmy Butler been like, I don't like Dylan Brooks. I want him to know I don't like him. I'm like, God, dog, they want to scrap.
Yeah, Jalen Green going out to Draymond talking about he don't offer nothing and things of that nature.
Fella, don't bark up that tree.
Leave him alone.
Young fella, Draymond locking up. Young fella.
You better ask Şengün.
Young fella, you've been playing like poo. You got benched last night, young fella.
Last 9 minutes?
The last 9 minutes. Yeah. Especially in clutch moments. The last 4 minutes, you was definitely benched.
And you supposed to been what?
You supposed to be their second best player.
Yeah. And you on the bench? Yeah. You in jail, young man. You are in jail.
You playing like pure dookie.
And you want to try to talk noise?
Draymond Green won the game for them.
Facts. After being in foul trouble and a tech and a flagrant.
Talking about that's all he can do. That's elite.
And it was straight up. It wasn't no double.
When you can be on the island and say, I'm going to stop my man. And Jimmy, like, you stop him, I get the rebound.
Rebound.
That's elite. That's an elite skill. to say, hey, I don't need no help. I'm going to get a stop because that's what I do. That's what I bring to the team. Young fella, you got to learn basketball. That's an elite role. He don't have 4 championships for nothing. You don't just look up on championships. You don't get championship by riding somebody's coattail. You have to bring something to the table.
Facts. If he didn't bring anything, he wouldn't have been in the league this long. He's been in the league, what, 12 years now? 11 years, 12 years now?
Something like that. 12, 13 years.
So he's been in the league this long, man. And he has hardware to back it up. You got defensive player of the years, all defensive teams,
all stars,
all stars. So he got things to back it up. And
first team, all defensive players, all that, man.
And so, just last night was just another testament to it. To get a stop at the most important part of the game. And this was with 5 fouls. So, but yeah, this is a fun series too.
This series over too, but
it's over. But it's fun to see.
It's been fun to watch. And young fella, I hope you learn a lesson.
Too busy painting his nails.
Yeah, Draymond told him.
I think that's what really pissed him off. Draymond called him out about his nail paint.
Told him, man, go paint your nails somewhere, man. Like the physicality that's been played in these playoffs, man, it's been physical. Like the way that they letting them play Steph Curry.
Man, they mauling he mauling Steph.
Every time Steph go for a shot, they're allowing him to be touched. Dylan Brooks and them is running through Steph. Like every time Steph goes up for a jumper, they're running through him on the contest. When he goes around screens, they're grabbing his waist going around these screens.
That's a fact.
Excuse me.
No, that's a fact, man.
Shout out to playoff Jimmy. Miami, you're stupid.
Hey, you're stupid.
You're stupid, Miami. You're stupid. You're stupid, Miami. It ain't Miami. It's Pat Riley.
Yeah. Well, especially the way that they went out. Man, y'all better do something, man, because ain't nobody want to go to Miami as long as Pat Riley there. Be part of that quote unquote heat culture.
Ain't no heat culture. Y'all only won because you had talented players.
Until you pissed them off and ran them off.
Ain't no culture.
You
if
ran
it was
them
such
off.
a culture, why you not winning without talent?
Girl, you gonna win without no talent.
You won because you had LeBron, D Wade, and Bosh.
Facts. Until you pissed them off.
And then before that, you had Shaq and D Wade. That's why you won. There's no culture.
Let me ask you, man, about that tech that Draymond got last night. Do you think it was just more so just a reputation tech, or do you think that was warranted? I thought it wasn't.
I thought it was more of a reputation, but I thought it was the ref not understanding how to take control of the game because it was getting like too chippy,
right?
And so you can feel that it was leading up to like, man, this is going to probably become something big,
right?
And the way that you do that as a ref is you let them know, hey guys, if you can't control your tempers, you're going to force me to call the game tight.
Right.
If you want to play physical, I'm going to need y'all to chill and play ball. That's what good refs do. That's how they control the game. Instead of messing up a playoff game by teching everybody or possibly getting someone ejected, you tell them, hey, you're going to force my hand. Because if you keep doing this and y'all keep fighting and think I got to break you up, the way that I'm going to have to control this, I'm going to have to call the game tight. That's how you get control of the game. Now guys got to be mindful of what I do.
That's a fact, man. Yeah, he just didn't
the
know how to.
The ref did that because he couldn't get control. That's the only thing he could think of to control the situation.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. So young fella from the Spurs, man, Castle, man, he got Rookie of the Year.
We seen that coming, and he didn't get no notoriety all year.
And that's why I was worried about him, because he didn't get the notoriety that he would get it. But I'm glad they gave it to him.
He was the best rookie,
man.
And the
You
most
know how these writers are, man. You know how these voters are.
Yeah, Bronny. I was like, bro, you know you have a Rookie of the Year in San Antonio that you probably should be talking about. He's a first round pick. Bronny's not. Bronny's a development. You have a first round pick here who's supposed to be playing good. He's playing good.
And playing consistent.
I think San Antonio is going to be a really good team next year.
Facts.
We'll see who they add in the offseason, but I think they're going to be a really good team with Fox and Wemby.
Yeah.
Castle, Vassell, I think those guys are going to be really, really good.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
If I'm KD, I'll go to San Antonio.
I don't want him to go, but
I don't want him to go either. But if I'm KD,
yeah.
you go play with Wemby and Fox.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough there, boy. For sure. How many years KD got left on this deal? Like 1 or 2?
He got 1, I think.
1?
1 or 2.
Okay, so he's going into his last year? Yeah, so that'll be a heck of a destination there. For sure enough to see, man. You got anything else before we get up out of here, man?
No, man. We're gonna see how things are gonna unfold. I think my playoff bracket, is still intact.
My shot.
I think it's still intact. So we'll see how it's gonna move forward going into the next round. But I think it's still intact. So we'll see. I think Minnesota's gonna be playing Denver in the next round. I think that's what I had. No, Minnesota's gonna be playing Golden State, I think. And
see.
Denver's gonna be playing OKC.
So this is your bracket.
So yeah. So I got the Nuggets playing OKC. I got the Timberwolves playing the Warriors. I got the Timberwolves actually beating the Warriors. And I have the Thunder beating the Nuggets. And I have the Thunder and the Timberwolves in the East and in the West. And I have the Thunder beating them.
Yes,
on the East side, it's still intact so far.
Yeah, he's still intact so far. Your mind's is busted.
You gotta stop picking with your heart, man. Picking with your knowledge. Ain't no way you should have been picking no Glenn. Ain't no way. You should have known that was shot.
I won't do that no more.
You should have known that mess was shot.
Won't do it no more.
The team depleted, and you got Doc Rivers running the show. Oh heck no, I ain't picking y'all. Okay, who y'all play? Heck no, y'all almost got swept.
Man, this guy here, man. I don't know how that guy still coaching.
That man living off that one championship.
Yeah, but that's crazy.
Living off that 2008 championship.
Come think about it, he ain't have to do nothing. They ran themselves. They coached themselves. They just need somebody standing on the sideline.
Basically, somebody try to manage personalities.
Yeah, that got it, man. Anyway, outside of them two, man, my other parts of my bracket still intact, but those two is
still intact. Try to see if you can catch up on the back end. So, like, if guys lose, so you got Lakers. Yeah, Lakers moving on. So, if you the team that you got beating the Lakers, if they go ahead and win,
it's still gonna be shot. Like my West pick is still gonna be shot because I had the Lakers going to the finals.
You did have that, man. Yeah, you shot.
So I'm shot.
I was like, how?
Like my East outside of the Bucks, my East is still intact. So,
so I got you can make up on this side.
So I got Boston to the finals and winning it all. So we'll see, man.
We'll see what saw Jason Tatum. We'll see. We'll see what he gonna do. He might screw us off.
Hey.
Might mess us all up.
You see, he took a couple games out against this first round.
Yeah, he did.
They getting physical with him.
He on the thing complaining. They ref just let him pitch to all kind of ways. Like, man, play ball.
Up, man. Play ball.
Every game been physical. Have you watched the playoffs? Everybody's been playing physical. You don't see Steph Curry on here crying to my, oh man, they being too physical.
Nope.
They grabbing me. This is what y'all been complaining about. Ref let us play.
Yep.
If you're the best team, win. It's a 7-game series. Win. You're the best team. It ain't no one and done. This is the easiest. The NBA is the easiest place to win a championship because you get 7-game series.
Mm-hmm.
It's very rarely the best team don't win because it's a 7-game series. It's not a one-off. Like in the NFL, you can have not such a good team win the Super Bowl because a team could just get hot
at the right time.
At the right time, or just some flukely how they beat a better team in a one-game situation.
Yeah.
College football the same way. NBA,
that's facts.
NCAA tournament, we see it all the time. These no-name schools come beat these big schools in a one-game situation.
That's a fact.
We see it all the time. Butler will come and just beat a big-time school. You're like, Butler?
Man, where they come from? It's out of nowhere.
You know, we see it all the time, man. So, like, the NBA finals is most of the time it's the only association that gets it right majority of the time as far as who wins.
Yeah, them in baseball.
In baseball, you can look at it and say, okay, I see how they won. You can actually break down the games because it's a series versus one game. It's like, man, that was kind of fluky. I don't see.
You can see what adjustments is made from
you can see what strategy adjustments and stuff like that. That's why it's so interesting. That's why coaching matters in basketball.
Facts.
because you can very well make adjustments to give your team the upper hand.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can lose your team the game, a la Doc Rivers. They should have won that game tonight. Gary Trent Jr. couldn't miss. They should have won that game tonight.
Ain't no way, especially as much as they were.
Ain't no way. They was even up in overtime. They went up like 7. They was up by 4 they lost with 30 seconds left on the clock. Up 4. 2 stupid turnovers.
Bro.
2 of the most stupidest turnovers you had to have. It just had to be so fluky, just stupid happened for you to lose that game.
That's exactly what happened.
I said, ain't no way in the world they gonna lose this game. It would take some fluky mess, and it's sure enough.
And man, Glenn said, "Hold my beer. Let me show you here."
Let me stand up. Let me show them boys how to lose this thing. I said, boy. I said, oh, they're gonna extend the series. I said they're gonna extend it out.
And I thought they, I thought they was at least a game.
I said they're gonna try to take them at least 5 or 6 games. They're gonna try to take them. And I seen it, and I was like, that's why I didn't pick you. That's exactly why. Because I knew Doc was gonna get out coached. You won 1 game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You got thoroughly out coached. It wasn't even close.
It wasn't.
I had y'all down for 2. I said they're gonna at least get 2 games. They're gonna get the 2 in Milwaukee. Nope.
McMahon said not so.
Negroes got 1 in Milwaukee. Got that tail waxed.
That's crazy.
On the court and in coaching.
Yeah, which way you wanted it, they got it.
Carlisle was coaching circles around you. His adjustments, he was coaching circles.
He must just be having dirt on people. I just never seen somebody that been coaching this long and this mediocre. Gotta have some dirt on some people.
I don't get it. JJ Reddy tried to tell him. Like,
he did.
He was like, man, we've been watching this for years. Like,
and they thought he was hating.
He's been doing this ever since after 2008. He's been having this cachet with him.
Mm-hmm.
It's been over 10 years. That was in 2008. It's 2025. We're approaching 20 years of mediocre Doc basketball.
That's crazy work.
The last time he won was in 2008. It's 2025.
It's finna be almost 20 years.
It's finna be almost 20 years. And he ain't got a team close to the finals.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But they stuck with him.
They are. He dirty backed his way into that job.
And they stuck with him. Because he's still paying 2 other coaches.
They ain't got no choice, man. They got to ride that out.
Yeesh.
They got too many people on the payroll, and they don't have a choice.
Yeah. That's crazy work, man.
They gotta ride that out, boy.
Now let's see how many Milwaukee fans are still gonna be true fans. Because it's gonna be ugly for a minute.
Because you got Dame hurt, so I don't know when that's gonna happen. He even had. They gotta discuss when they're gonna have surgery. And
like I said, he's gonna be out for the whole year. I'm just gonna assume he's gonna be out for the all next season. So
I don't know what kind of stuff Kyrie on, because he up dancing. I'm like,
well, Kyrie, man, he be into the herbs and all that. So
what kind of ACL he got?
He up dancing and all that.
He was up. I'm like, he walking.
But you know he be, but you know he's into like he's big into like holistic. Type of healings and things of that nature. So
and also had his surgery outside the team. So it helped.
Facts. He went to New York and got his surgery.
He had picked his own doctor. So he did his research of the doctor he wanted to do and had interviews with the doctor and all that stuff and come up with a plan, et cetera, instead of doing it with the team.
Yeah. Especially with this medical staff, boy. Man.
Boy, they're gonna butcher your knee. Kyrie, you have a microfracture now? A microfracture? What the heck? Yeah.
So when you came in here, you had 2 kneecaps, right?
Right.
Ooh, so we're gonna have to do a knee replacement.
So your kneecap wasn't shattered. No.
Okay.
Well, that happened here. Okay. I just want to be clear. I want to be clear what that happened at. Boy, you know how terrible that'll be.
Man, the way this training staff went this year, I wouldn't put it past them, boy.
But that's how it used to happen back in the days. Like they would go in and they would have surgery with these team doctors and they would screw up and cover their back and be like, man, that was already you had
it's already like that. Yeah.
They're like, no, man, they told me I just had this. Man, you got a microfracture.
And that was the worst. That's the worst procedure you can never do.
Microfracture. And then they would get on you if you wanted to go to an outside doctor.
It made it so tough.
Or whatever. So you would try to go to an outside doctor and then, you have to fight there or, things like that. So, but smart on Kyrie behalf, man, on going and getting the outside doctor, outside opinion, having the surgery outside. He's obviously recovering very well. Supposed to be able to be doing some a few more things by the time I heard about October.
That's crazy.
He should be, for us, moving around, and so they're really looking at, a possible return around Christmas. So that's
crazy.
When I seen him moving, I was like,
yeah,
he moving like that.
You probably posted up somewhere.
Yeah, like you just had the surgery, like he out and about. He finna go host a one-on-one tournament. I was like, this man out moving. He just had surgery a couple months ago. Like, it must supposed to be tender.
No, man, whatever he's doing, man, keep doing it, man. It seems to be working. So,
I mean, I ain't gonna knock the brother, man, because he getting it done, man.
He getting it done, man. That's for sure, man.
Having that, but man, that's the basketball news we have, man. I know this was a loaded episode, man, but it's been so much going on. We wasn't able to get on. I had been under the weather, so I've been down, man. But I've been still working, so it's been crazy. So I had a crazy weekend, man. So be back here, man. Had to let you guys know what was going on. We touched on a little bit of everything. And we're going to also keep you guys posted, man. What's going on? I believe the NBA draft will be coming up fairly soon. So we'll be talking about the prospects coming in and things of that nature. who we're excited about, and things of that nature. Probably have a little footage for you. And also, man, we're gonna keep our eyes on of course, the NBA playoffs. It's getting spicy, man. The West is fun. I ain't gonna lie, and my team not even in it, but it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Warriors in the Houston series is fun. It's probably my favorite series to watch, just because how tense it is. It's just so tense. That's tense. Denver and the Clippers is probably like a chess match.
Mm-hmm.
But next series is going to be really good because you're going to have Denver versus OKC. And
boy,
that's going to be a show.
That's going to be a doozy there. Is that what they say? A doozy?
A doozy. And then you're going to have Timberwolves against the Warriors.
That's going to be a doozy.
You got the young guns coming for the old guns.
Old guns, yep. Yeah, but this next round gonna be interesting, man.
And you know Draymond don't like Rudy. So it's gonna be some smoke.
Yeah, it could be a drag. It could be a drag out across the other end of the floor at any time.
It's gonna be exciting though, because what is Julius Randle gonna do with Draymond on him? That might be a deciding factor. So we're gonna keep you, man. Be mindful, man. We're gonna break it down for you here.
Yes, sir.
We talk about strategy here, man. Think about it. Think about those things, man. Those things, the size series, man. Those little things like that, nuances that you don't think about. Like, man, can they rebound? Who's gonna guard this guy? This guy can literally turn up a series. Julius Randle is the one that's turning up the Lakers series.
Yes.
Just sheer size. Just can't stop me. And you have no help on the backside. But now you go to a series with the Warriors, with Draymond. So it's going to be interesting, man. But Timberwolves also got some good perimeter defenders.
Yeah.
Can they house Steph enough? Will they perimeter defenders give Jimmy Butler a fit? So we're gonna see, man. It's gonna see, man. It's gonna be a good series, man. Let that be known on all social media platforms. And also remember, man, it don't cost you nothing to like, share, subscribe, man. Continue to rock with us, man, as we bring this content to you. But until next time, peace out.